is Kingdom Hearts, but I am not playing Kingdom Hearts. I am playing the Stanley Parable. No, I've never played it. This is the first time I'm going to play it. And hold on. Adjust side until the computer is barely visible. I'm going to go here. Enter the current time. Sure. Well, but there we go. Okay. Might hear some reverb because I'm gonna have to listen to this one. Usually I have it low so it doesn't echo in my mic. Ooh, that's fine. Alright, we're just gonna go fresh round just so all of you know how it works. I already know how it works, so but this is my first experience with it.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour, and that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Interesting. So, just gonna go through this office. Gonna listen to the narrator. Everybody say hi to the narrator. Ooh, there's something there. Interesting. Don't mind if I do.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Why would you say that? And like... Oh, what?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, now I'm gonna follow everything he says, and you'll see why. Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let a ball up inside you, take out passive-aggressive on other coworkers, resent coworkers for not supporting you. Business, standard business. Yeah. Broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Ready for this? Watch.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Like...
Are you really still in the broom closet?
I sure am.
Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I want to keep going because I know either the game ends here
You
or...
do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Yeah?
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Can I have this broom? Oh, broom closet.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid.
Hey.
He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is.
Well, my
That
dad
or
knew...
with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Excuse you. Who told you?
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed in front of your screen.
Absolutely.
Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
Sure.
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Are we good or is there more? I think that's it. Alright.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
I have a feeling if you leave it there for a minute, something would happen.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
But do you get the feeling of do you see now? I'll do one little thing, and then because I think it's we'll finish it through. Then you'll see.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
I can hear you.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
What? Oh. Well, that's neat. That looks dangerous. Hey, it's kind of dark. Can we... And like the thing is, I know there's like nothing to be afraid of. There's not like a jump scare that's gonna happen. But am I to go here? But it's still kind of spooky.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh. Guess I'm stuck.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oh. Sure. I guess I have to follow the narrator's voice. If only I had free will. What is this? Numbers.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Whoa.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Whoa. There's something up there. There's a camera up there. Whoa. Did I fall?
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours, so here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room
Oh, I
ending,
screwed up.
if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
I didn't know. Like, truly.
You did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job. You made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk.
I didn't mean
Should've
to.
been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
And like,
Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
okay, so I kind of ruined it. I truly was just trying to go for a straight, the original, beginning of the game, like the path you're supposed to follow the narrator, but screwed that up. Yeah, this game has like a bunch of branching parts. See, what time is it? Oh, is this real time? Is that what I'm looking at here? I can't tell that time.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door.
I'm just gonna do, cause I'm itching to just do the.
Yet there was not a single
ending.
person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yep. Sure did.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an
what was it
indication
again?
of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Now he's trying to keep up with me, because I know what's happening. Yeah, see, took a little bit of loading. I was like, oh wait, you're here? Shoot. Going a little too quick, but I just want to get to, like, the ending now that we know what's up.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind
Sure
Control
did.
Facility.
Alright, be really careful. Don't jump off any railings.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought
Right
to
there,
himself.
probably.
Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh, had I been paying attention, I would have seen it like a dummy. Alright.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What is that? Oh, okay. Fired. There's like a blue one up there. Whenever it switches over. Oh, it's probably glitched out. Fired, fired. Is there another glitched out one? Or is that me up there? What number was I? 439 or something? I don't remember.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
Absolutely
it was
not.
unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Probably. I don't want to move in case... Alright. Just don't want to glitch out again.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
What? Sure. I can do that. What do you need me to do? 5, so I assume there's numbers I have to look for. 3. Ah. And where's 3? And where's 4? Where's 4's probably up there? Yeah. How do I get up there? Okay, I see. It's so dark. Can I do something? You know what? I don't know why I was listening. Can we... It's not gonna let me. Because usually I just pump it up because I don't want to be scared, but I knew that this wasn't going to be a game that's scary, but now I just can't see anything. Show content warning. Skip sections of the game that deal with suicide, trauma, or mental issues. What? That's a thing in this? Oh yeah, baby. This game has a lot in it. Why can't I jump up there? This feels dangerous. Okay. You gonna say anything? Am I just here by myself? Is that what's happening? Yeah, because number 4 is up there, but this is locked? Well, I guess I should just go in there like an idiot.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Easy money. Hello?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Papa?
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
I have so many puzzles.
Where had his co-workers gone?
What happened
How
to
had
Tiffany?
he been freed from the machine's grasp?
The
What other
machine.
mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
If I'm being honest, that's probably the best ending. Stanley don't need to be knowing what's going on in his work. He just needs to get the fuck out of there. So the idea was, yeah, it's the end of the game, but you get your first trophy. You play it that way and you feel unsatisfied, like, oh, that was weird. Or you immediately stop listening to him and start charting your own path to then realize that that was probably the best ending, because any endings that come out of this are actually quite horrifying. Sorry, hold on. I am looking at my phone real quick, just because I got some messages. Sorry, one of my friends made a sweet Morbius joke. Anyways.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yep.
What did it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
There's a
Perhaps
branching
he had
path
simply
over
missed a
here,
memo.
but... Oh, weird. Everything's turned on now. Hold on.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Cause see, there's also these ways too, where I'm like, where's that at? I forgot what number it was again. Damn it. Just 'cause if I end up back inside that room, 427. Okay. That was close. Oh, it's leaves. Okay. Here we go.
When Stanley came to a set of two
Shut
open
up.
doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
You got an employee lounge, huh? Do ya? See, look at that. Some computers I know I need to interact with. So, what's that computer doing there? Also, I'm not entirely sure how much of this is you're actually able to explore.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
It's a pretty good break room, man. Ours is next to the shitter.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room.
I know, right?
A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
If I'm being honest. That's kind of where I want to be, baby.
Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy.
No,
And
you don't get
reflected
it.
poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
If that's the I'm for it. Someone give me the remote. Is there not a TV here? Oh.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room, and took the first open door on his left to get back to business. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
What is this place? Do not jump from the cargo lift while in motion. Penalty of misuse cargo lift 1,000. Penalty for jumping off. Cargo lift. Huh. I'm not even gonna ask.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Ready?
I realize that investing
I'm
your
gonna try
trust
something
in
really
someone else can
stupid.
be difficult, but the fact is... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
That's not what I meant to do. Alright, just to like... Just for shits and giggles, just for me. We're just gonna see what happens. Just go all over the place.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Interesting. Sometimes they're turned on, sometimes they're not. But... Huh. That's what happens. Okay, every loop I need to try to find that computer and mess with it. Okay. Here we go.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Sure.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Alright. Because I don't have a jump?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Because I know you can get over there. There just has to be some sort of jump. And
Look,
I don't
Stanley,
know where the jump
perhaps
is.
we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Yeah.
Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Looks like I'm gonna need a key. Alright, I'll listen to him this once.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution.
What do you mean we?
Let me show you.
Do you mean you and me? Rascally rabbit. Alright. Hello?
What do we want? What are we looking for?
What are we looking for? Is there anything behind me? You know what, you've been really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and listen. Ooh, is that what I think it is?
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Yeah. What is all this? What is this? It's very pretty, but seems to be covering. Ooh. Wow. You know what? You're right, Mr. Narrator. This is very pretty. But I'm still gonna, like, stay here because I don't trust sitting in the middle. This would be a fantastic VR game. But is that it? Is there no more? It's just a light show? Is that what you're showing me here? I mean, I'm impressed. But, if that's all you got, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave now. Is that all you got? Oh, you got some red in there? I like red. I'll stick around for red. Yeah, that's nice. You don't see a lot of red in the sky. I feel like if I stay here long enough, something's gonna happen, but... Yikes. Alright. Cool. If that's all you got for me, but I guess I'll be going. Cool, cool starlight show, huh? Oh. Alright. Well, that's all you got. Okay.
No, wait. Where are you going?
You're not really showing me much, bud. Do you want me to go back? Do you have something if I go back?
Right. Where were we?
It's very cute.
Oh no! Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
I'm fine. Don't get your panties in a bunch. Is that still...
Please, no,
still
Stanley, let
say?
me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Don't worry, bud. I'm not gonna do anything. Look, see?
Please,
Nothing.
Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Is this the suicide part? Dark. Like... Alright. I'm gonna give you... just a little bit of my time, okay? I'm already having to deal with all this weirdness that you're not really explaining. You're just showing me shit, and I'm supposed to be like distracted by it.
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
Okay, but is this all you have to show me? Because if you're just showing me a light show, I don't... Okay, I see what you're doing here. Okay, you're messing with me. You're trying to tell me that life is beautiful and I shouldn't jump. And I get it. But I'm literally inside a room with all these stars. If you show me real stars or you take me outside, I would love to experience all this with you. But feels like I'm in a corner now. It's either this or the other place. So Can I jump off the ledge? Alright. Ah, look at that. It knew I was trying to jump. Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to do it.
No! What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here.
You're not showing me much, bud. What is that? Can I grab that? That's different. Usually kid drawings mean animatronics, but not in this game. Is there another way out?
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die!
I'm
what about this
aware.
isn't getting through to you?
Look, this decision is hard for me. But also, I'm just gonna go back in a loop. Is there a puzzle here, or am I just supposed to jump? Well, alley-oop.
No! Oh, thank God.
What?
You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Yeah. My legs hurt.
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
Okay. I think 'cause I'm moving. If I just stop moving... No? Ah, this was jump. Sorry. I'm really impatient, narrator. You ever just think about life and wonder how different it could have been? A series of what-ifs. I'm in that right now. Okay. I'm trying really hard not to push the buttons so I don't move, and then maybe something happens. I don't think that's what's gonna happen. Mr. Narrator, are you there? Alright. It's Suicide Stairs. What? He's leaving me no
Stanley,
choice.
go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
There's nothing at all.
No. No. What are you doing, Stan? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
I don't know. Give me a sandwich? Look, I'm not even gonna die. Watch.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
No. I think I remember seeing early on this level, like back when it first came out, like 10 years ago. I think I'm supposed to do it a couple of times. But I'm walking so slowly. Like, this isn't me. Like,
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
no. You're completely reading it wrong. You've trapped a mouse inside a game, and now you expect it to just do what you want it to. That's on you, bud.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore.
I'm getting off
I
on
just
it.
wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Dude, if you can give me anything other than a room full of stars, I will more than happy to stop doing this. But as far as I can tell, no.
Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
You tell me, bud.
I wanted us to be happy here. I really did. I wish I still thought that was possible.
Oh, so is this a room in where choices don't matter? This is just don't worry about it kind of room. I understand. I get it. But I got somewhere to be in like half an hour, so I'm gonna need you to hurry up, bud. Oh. Yeah, this is going far too slow, because I think my legs are broken or something. Any last thing?
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
I'm upset about it too, okay? That's what you don't understand. I'm upset about it too. I wonder what would have happened if I just stayed there for a very long time. I feel like there's achievements to be had if you do certain things for an amount of time. Is that 4 o'clock? Yeah. Is there anything in here? No.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
I thought it was just you, but if you're telling me there's more people, that's concerning. Huh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
It's a little terrifying that you remember that.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I didn't. Oh. Is the Baba Yaga down here? Is that a car? How did you park? How did you park?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe all of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
That was nice.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Whoa.
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Oh, shit. Alright. I'm gonna call it here, because I do have a thing to do this evening. Yeah, that was fun. There's like a whole bunch in there. It's just not what we just experienced. Oh. Hang on. Okay, maybe I have a few minutes.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What are you talking about? Oh no, I don't want to... I know about dog mode, but if you get this game, highly recommend dog mode. Because every time you interact with something, it makes a dog noise. Here, I'll see if I can watch. Is it trying to close on me? Alright, I'm gonna shut off dog mode because it gets annoying. Like it's that basically. Every time you interact with something. Here it is. There it is. I guess it's a good indicator of when you can interact with something, when you can't. But it sounds like a keyboard when you can't interact with anything, so it's fine.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Are you not concerned by how the room looks? Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
So there's nothing particularly different.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I thought something different would have happened, but I think it messed with you. If I die again, I'm pretty sure it'll bring me back to the older office.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Okay.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Sure.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes.
Is this Konami
I've got
code?
it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Are you sure? That looks like a truck. Oh.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now.
427?
The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Damn it! Yeah, but I saw where it was. Yeah, see? There it is. Okay. Alright. Call it here. Thanks for watching. I'll go ahead and come back later, see what else we got, because this is literally like 5% of what we can uncover. There's like far more stuff in here. But yeah, check it out. It's fun. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye.